Welcome back to AFTV. It's the starting 11 show because in 15 minutes, I'm just put my water down. There we go. In 15 minutes, the starting 11 will be revealed. What is Arteta's 11 to try and overturn the 2-0 deficit here at St James's Park? Not here. We're in North London, but the rest are in Newcastle. I think Lee, Julian, Cecil, Robbie, they're all there. I'm here with Turkish, and I'm here with Jordan. Should we clap for Jordan?
No, man.
Oh, fair enough.
Wow.
We do forever Arsenal with him
Said
every week.
that nah, man, quick as well.
No,
like,
but
you talking
it's
about
not
what kind of
just
dumb
you,
questions that?
It's usual.
What kind of stupid
usual.
questions that?
It's
Jay?
not personal. It's nothing personal. The people
Nah,
know.
I took it personal, bro.
Bro, what every morning now, 7:45 a.m. we should clap each other.
Just saying,
Forever
this ain't my show. I'm just saying I'm a guest, but it's fine. We can move.
Do you
We can move.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to Forever Arsenal.
Is this what they do at TalkSport?
Well,
They
you
do
know,
clap and
well,
Channel 4
they
and all
do,
that.
you know. I
They
walk in
do.
the room and they know, they recognise.
It's alright.
Show
It's
the
the guy
love.
from Forever Arsenal. I go crazy.
What happened to
Yeah,
for the love? You know what I mean?
Right, let's talk. It's 14 minutes away from the 11 being announced. I think we'll talk more about the game and what it's going to entail before the watch along. Obviously, the previews have been done. You did a box, didn't you? With Matty. This 11 is going to be interesting. We've just beaten Man City 5-1. The goals were flowing. Everyone chipped in, 5 different goal scorers. Erdegaard got on the sheet. Havertz made up for his miss by getting a really nice finish. But then when Harry came on and reminded you, hey, I'm probably the biggest moments player in the squad right now. But Martinelli put in a big shift as well, right wing, felt like right back and didn't deserve to be dropped. So where are you? I'm starting with that position, Jordan. Where are you on the debate of right wing in particular?
I'm keeping it as it is.
Martinelli would start for you.
I think so, only because I've never seen Martinelli come off the bench and impact a game. Actually, I'm lying. He won the Man City game last year, didn't he, off the bench?
He did. Yeah.
Okay, apart from that one.
No, but I know what you mean. It doesn't feel like a regular...
He's not really a guy off the bench. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, right, this guy can do something. So, whereas with Nwaneri, he can.
Yeah.
So I think he won, and we're quite blunt and light up top in terms of the squad. So I think you need something on the bench just in case you get to 70 minutes and it's not going your way, or just to kind of keep it, a bit of impetus. So for that reason only, I would probably start with the flirter. So yeah, I'll keep it as it is.
Fair enough. Turkish, you excited to see our new January signing?
Yeah, man, can't wait. Got him on the back of my shirt. About to unveil it as soon as he's in the lineup. I'll take this off from the shirts underneath.
Oh, fantastic. Look, same question to you. Would Nwaneri get a start for you?
For me, yeah. It's weird though because you just beat Man City 5-1. You know, I guess the right thing to do is start the same team, but I think the job is different against Newcastle. I think
That's my thing.
you've got to take it to them. You've got to try score early. You've got to, have your difference makers in attack in there from the start. And as young as he is one of the different makers, if not the difference maker in the side without Saka. So,
Can I disagree? So I've heard a few people say that they think it's important that Arsenal can try and get an early goal. And obviously, if you get an early goal, you don't turn that down. Where I disagree is that I don't think it's important to get an early goal. I think it's important that we don't concede. And I've been saying on Forever Arsenal the other day, if this is still 0-0 at 70 minutes, I'd take that. We can score 2 goals in 20 minutes. Even 80 minutes, becomes harder, of course. I think if you go for it early in the first 10 minutes, try and get that early goal, I think you feed into the energy of what's going to already be a very frantic and up for it stadium. It's going to be loud. They're going to be willing their team on. I think what we need to do is make the game boring. We need to make the game quiet. We need to make the game defensive, and that's another reason why the flirter for me will start on the right before Nwaneri, because as we all know, if there's one thing that we know that he is very good at, and he's always been very good at, is his defensive duties. I think the key for me is not so much we have to score first. I think it's not conceding first. If we concede, we're done. If they score first, the tie is over. So I think us pushing for that early goal, if it becomes a basketball game, back and forth, I reckon it's going to end badly for us. So it's about staying in the game for as long as possible at 0-0 and trying to edge a goal, rather than, if it was 3-0, then I'd be like, yeah, you need a goal early. It's 2-0. You can get 2 goals in the second half. They score first in the first half. Good night.
I actually hear it. I actually completely hear it. That if you go all out too soon, and you're right, it becomes a really open game, messy defensively. They've got the likes of Isak, Gordon, whoever on the right, whether it be Jacob Murphy, they're going the other way. You're right, you sort of have 3-4 shots on goal the first 10 minutes, you're all over them, and suddenly they're 1-0 up because they've got you on the counter. That's kind of quite similar to what actually happened when we went there back in November. So I kind of hear it. Basically, stay in the game and work yourself on the ball, work yourself into a position where they've dropped deep, because they're going to start with the loud atmosphere, the flags,
it's going to be going off.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
going to be going off.
And we need to just temper that and then start playing our football, because you're right, there's plenty of time to score the goals. I think, and I'm torn, and I'd be happy either way, but I think I lean towards Martinelli starting purely because of that. Let's just get a foundation in the game, and then maybe Waneri can come on when we've kind of got that, and you hopefully get 35 minutes of magic from him. But then you also don't want to waste time. I mean, we're already 90 minutes into this tie and 2-0 down. There's a lot of work to do. It's a difficult one. It's going to be a difficult one for the Arsenal players to navigate. Are you confident we can go out with a better 11, Turkish, than we went out with when we played them last time? The big difference is Saka missing, but Ødegaard's back. Timber should play right back. We've got a recognised left back. That immediately kind of screams more balance than what we had with Partey and Timber at fullback before. Marino in there. Who was it? Was it Trossard in the 10? Saka having to, Saka,
it was a mishmash at the time.
Yeah.
I think we're better equipped this time round. But as you said, excited for the new signing. I think that would have been the best way to equip ourselves, because it wasn't really defence there was an issue with, even though Partey was playing right back, and it's pretty much been the attack all season in terms of the consistency of it. I know we've scored a lot of goals, and on paper, we're up there in top 3 in the league, I think, in goals scored.
I think we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're up there. So, those numbers don't lie, but at the same time, we've also seen games where we've just struggled to get anything, create anything, make anything of our possession. We're better equipped.
Actually, second now.
Second. Lewis Skelly, I think,
second.
He aids our attack so well. I think when I look at him, he's still very early, but a better Zinchenko. He's more robust, he's a bit more physical, and he does everything that Zinchenko done and more, in my opinion, in the brief games we've seen him in. So I like that we've got him in there. And Timber right back, obviously we know what Timber brings, but I like that Lewis Skelly has allowed Timber to focus more on the defensive side of things, because he's so good going into attack. So yeah, we're better equipped. We've got to take our chances. I get what Jordan's saying, and that also sounds right. There's no right answer here. It's a chess match. We don't know what Newcastle are going to come up with.
If we score first early, I'm not like, early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take it. That'd be great. I just fear this is about staying in the game for as long as possible. I don't think it's about, if it was 3-0, I'd be like, yeah, you need a goal in the first 10 minutes. But it's we can score 2 goals. We can score 2 goals in 10 minutes. So I think if we can get to the latter part of the second half and still be in the tie, I'll take that.
In my 15 plus years of being an Arsenal fan, we've been in this situation quite a few times where there's been a first leg deficit to overcome, and it's always been close but not quite enough. So I remember AC Milan 4-0 away, and we went 3-0 up by half time at the Emirates, and we just couldn't find that fourth goal. I remember Monaco, we lost 3-1 at the Emirates. We won 2-0 away. We just needed a third goal. It felt, again, a bit like the impossible. Could we do it? And we were so close and we didn't. Then I remember we had to go to Olympiacos in the group stages and win, I think. Remind me in the chat, I think we needed to win 2 or 3-0.
Against who, sorry?
Against Olympiacos in the group stages of the Champions League. I think for either goal difference or for the head-to-head or something. Remind me in the chat. And we did. We won 3-0. I remember Giroud, I think Ramsey scored. So we've been in this situation a few times where we've had a second leg or a second game or a particular away game where we needed a certain amount of goals and either come really close and made a real battle of it that people didn't expect. Oh, Bayern Munich. We were that's the other classic one. We were 3-1 down. We lost that, Ozil missed the penalty in the home leg. We lost 3-1. We went there. We won 2-0.
You mentioned the Barca one.
Which was the Barca one?
If Bendtner fucking controlled and scored. We was up on away goals, no?
That's the
worst one.
If he scored, we would have gone through an away goal.
And that was like the 90th minute.
But we went into that game at least with a 2-1 first leg lead.
But at that time, come on.
Wilshere put him through.
Come on.
Yeah. I know, that was the big one. We would have knocked them out. So we've definitely had some moments where we've been in this situation, and I think sometimes, I've said this before, and I just know that I'm about to jinx it. I think clarity is a big thing in football. I think when you know what you got to do, it can really swing momentum your way. It's the only one slightly bottom of the jar, scraping as much as I can for positives. It's the one thing. Arsenal know that they can't sit here and sit back and let Newcastle get on top of them and do a load of defending. Newcastle aren't going to be chasing goals because they don't necessarily need them. The clarity for Arsenal is you've got to score 2 goals today, minimum, to at least take the conversation beyond the 90. And a lot of people are saying, I don't see us winning 3-0 there. We don't have to. Who knows what can happen in a shootout? Man United, down to 10 men, took it to a shootout with us and won it at the Emirates. So, look, am I hopeful? Yes. Am I confident? Absolutely not.
Our away goal scrapped completely in this.
Yeah, I believe they're completely scrapped.
And
Yeah.
there's no extra time, is there? There's no...
I think there is extra time.
Oh, I thought they scrapped that as well. Okay.
What?
Well.
So it was scrapped. Away goals were scrapped in Europe last year, right? That was the
Yeah.
first year. So what? It's been scrapped here as well, or has
Yeah.
it always been?
I think it was scrapped for a little bit longer.
For
here.
longer.
I might be
Yeah,
wrong.
I don't know.
Let's see. Is there extra time?
We ain't been here since Liverpool, innit? Semi-final a couple of years back, 3
Nope.
years back.
Yep.
Liverpool. Oh, yeah. When was it Jota? Was it Jota?
The first leg 2-0, I think.
Yeah, it can be. It's possible that it can go to extra time. So no, I don't think there's away goals. I mean, that's okay, it wasn't us. We were on the receiving end of it, but I remember that one. We got a good draw with 10 men at Anfield. You thought, brilliant, get the job done at the Emirates. I know they were a much better side than us, but obviously we'd got the first leg result, and they won and they went and did a very professional job and won 2-0. Like it is possible. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. As much as Newcastle St James's Park is a daunting place to go. I totally acknowledge that, and we know that they're physical. We know they've got a fantastic, fan base with fantastic atmosphere and energy they're going to bring to it. Arsenal are and have been for the last 2-3 seasons the better team. Let's try and be that. Let's just try and show that today.
And also, even though they've got a 2-goal lead and they're at home, they'll be a bit nervous as well because the embarrassment of possibly losing it, the pressure of getting to another final in 2 and 3 years, and winning that elusive trophy, there'll be a little bit of nerves for them as well. So we need to kind of prey on that as well. But yeah, they'll be coming out of all the energy, all the noise, all the vibes. We just got to ride that. That's my biggest thing for the whole game. Just ride that wave where it will be loud. There'll be flags everywhere. There'll be what are things they call? There's things on the stadiums. There's big material things, tifos.
Oh, tifos,
There'll be tifo. They'll go big. We've just got to be like, cool, we're Arsenal. Yeah, we've ridden more than
Fight,
this.
man.
We've got to dig
make
in,
it happen, man. And really, look, going at the FA Cup is never a good thing, especially the way we went out early again after all these years when it's our trophy. But we didn't know we was at the FA Cup until only a couple of weeks ago. Now we got a 10-day break coming up. These players have to look at it like we've got to leave everything. And to be honest, if they leave everything on the line and we do what we need to do, we can go through tonight.
I agree.
Some early kind of leaked news. Newcastle are going to revert to a back 5 tonight, and Joe Linton isn't starting.
He's injured, yeah.
Yeah, he was a doubt.
Yeah.
He was a doubt anyway.
He was a doubt. Apparently, he travelled to London or something to get the injury checked out. So that was an early suggestion. Reverting to a back 5, I think, is very negative from Newcastle. Now, you could say, genius. You've got something to protect. You've got to stop Arsenal. We know that we attack with lots of players going forward. You get sort of the likes of Rice and Odegaard in the pockets or whatever. Maybe that's the right way to do it.
But the thing is,
But
you're leaning... Again, a lot of people do this stuff. Back 5 doesn't mean that it's negative.
Defensive, yeah.
That could also mean their fullbacks are going to push
Go
up
high.
and they're going to try pin back the Martinelli Trossard as much. Well, it's not that they're the most free-flowing of attackers anyway at this moment in time. But Lewis Hall, I assume he's going to be the left wing-back, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll see. I haven't got that yet. And
The counter-punch thing I said, if they're going to go like that, they're going to go for the counter-punch. Fullbacks, maybe Gordon, Isak. Up top, I know Barnes is not available.
It does kind of make sense when you think about it, really.
It could,
So, yes, I agree. 3-4-3 is not an innately negative formation.
Conte's wasn't, I don't think.
They played great football. They played great football. Tuchel won the Champions League with it. And what Amorim's trying to do, people see it as negative. I don't think it is. However, I think when you are a team that typically plays 4-3-3 and you're high pressing and you really pack out the midfield with physicality and energy, I think when you concede that because maybe just a Joe Linton's out to ultimately go to back five, that feels a touch negative to me. That feels a bit like you've actually moved away from... Because I think Newcastle are better off actually trying to take the game to us, getting stuck in and really trying to...
Who would have been the replacement? Willock, I assume.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I guess we'll find out the 11s in just a sec because it is quarter to
4-3-3. I mean, if Joe Linton is out, I assume Willock would be the one to step in, or Riley.
Or
is his name
Miley, that's
Miley,
it.
Yeah.
Longstaff's the other one. He's a hard-working midfielder. Waiting for the 11 to come through. Is it on match days? If anyone could just drop me a message if AFTV staff are watching this. Does the 11 drop?
Out, guys.
Yeah. Does the 11 drop on Carabao Cup days an hour and 15 minutes before kickoff, or just an hour? Because it used to be just an hour, and then the Premier League brought it 15 minutes forward. So I got
my goons on it as well. Don't worry. As soon as it comes in,
got everyone.
Someone said it's 7 in the chat, Ryan. But
is that what they're saying?
One message saying it's 7.
Right.
Andy said the same thing.
Okay, right. My bad. We'll keep an eye on, of course, any leaks. We'll let you know. Some rumours, we'll just keep waffling. We'll tell some stories. But there are rumours that Arsenal are unchanged. Let's go through his super chats in the meantime. So Connor says, clap for Jordan, forever Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
Without the grumpy old guy. Oh, no.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's harsh.
That's
Come
really
on, no,
harsh.
I can't have that against my guy.
That's
Come
harsh.
on. No, we're not having
That's
this
my comment of the day.
Yeah, that's also mine. No, you're taking off.
I'm sorted.
Oh, no. All right.
No, I'm defending my guy. Come on.
I'm not.
Only we can slag him off.
Although he was right that we weren't going to sign anyone. Prith Biraj says, Callah's new position, number 9, after seeing him finish. Yeah, chuck him up front. Him up front.
We laugh, but it might get to the point late in the game where we just say, you know what?
Arteta looks to his bench. 6'2", decent left foot. Up you go.
Get in the mixer.
Might need to. I always used to love, this was prime Barclays, wasn't it, when it was just like, get your centre back up front. We need a goal. Do you remember Stuart Pearce put David James up front?
Striker, yeah, it's horrendous. It was horrendous. It was horrendous.
Do you know?
What? Go.
Football back then wasn't just put a big man up top and all of that stuff.
I know. But
Football was
good.
Was an art.
Yes.
Now it's more chess.
Of course.
And art is over chess.
But you see a lot more.
Because we're watching Laetitia on the screen. I mean, I don't think we've got a Laetitia in the Premier League right now.
I agree.
I mean, a very round, glass houses from me and all that, but a very round Laetitia, I must say as well.
Let him enjoy it, but he's at the 100 club. He's like a number 10. So like, bro, he stayed at Southampton. That's a Premier League legend.
No, for sure. He's gone a bit left.
Sorry. I'm the back in my day guy, and I don't like the slander.
I know you're back.
JJ Okocha was around, Jokayev was around them days on.
But there was a lot more. Stick the centre back up front with 5 minutes to go.
Get it in the mixer.
Yeah, that's an art. That's abstract art.
I've never said that before. I love it.
It's different, isn't it?
Pushing it a bit.
Bro, Bolton had Nolan and Davies, the typical that, but then they had Jokayev and Okocha.
No, that's true. Campo.
I'm missing some players. Hiero was there at one point.
Yeah, they had some ballers. They had some ballers.
Yeah. What was it? Stoke. They had some good players. I used to love watching.
At one point, they had to like Bojan and not Mendieta.
Even they arrived. Do you remember that Ricardo Fuller goal?
Fuller was
when he was rolled into him and he sort of.
He was a player, He could play.
Great goal. Yeah. Couple more super chats coming. Idris says, "Jordan, please explain why you call him the flirter."
Oh man, you got to watch Forever Arsenal to know that, man. You got to mix up your content, man. Get to Forever Arsenal and you'll.
Yeah.
I've called him the flirter because he's just not on stuff. Well, this season he's not been on stuff. The last few games I've been more impressed with him. But them kind of guys like I don't know about you, James, but I know Turkish just got one of those guys back in the day in his crew that's just talking. Like, we're going to the club. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah. Okay. Gets to the club. There's girls everywhere. He's not on nothing. Nothing.
Right.
So what I'm talking about? Nah, but I got the flirter. Chat. When it comes down to it,
I mean, I understood the idea, but now it's been more explained to it.
Yeah, them kind of people are just like they look good.
Yeah.
They look good, but when it comes down to getting the job done, step over and pass inside.
What's the going out equivalent to a step over and a pass inside?
Saying hello to the young lady, but not actually having anything after to say beyond, do you come here very often? Do you know what I mean? Them basic deadlines that like, what's that? I spoke to her, yeah, but your line was, what did you think was gonna? Who says that?
I'd say it's more like when you offer them a drink, they say yes, and then they walk off with the drink. Yeah, I'd love one, and then it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, all right.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, never happened to me. No.
No, of course not.
No, not once. I told you we could waffle. Jordan said we could waffle.
I'm the king of waffle, me.
Now says, so if away goals don't count, does that mean if the game ends 3-1 for us that we would go through? No, because the away goals don't count, so it'd be 3-3 and
You
it
mean
would
if
go
it did
to...
count, we would have
If it
gone
did
through
count, yeah.
3-1.
Yes. If it counts, yeah, you'd be spot on. I do think it should go straight to penalties. I don't really know why you should have the benefit of 30 extra minutes.
I thought it did. I thought they changed that. In previous rounds, didn't it go straight to penalties? Am I making that up?
I just looked it up, it said extra time.
I thought in previous rounds it went
That was FA Cup, innit? Man United.
Oh, maybe
Actually,
it's
no,
coming.
no,
Okay.
no. Man United, we had extra time.
No, we did, yeah.
So it was League Cup that went straight to penalties.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some earlier rounds where it's gone straight to pens.
Yeah, but that was the one leg, one off matches,
okay.
innit?
Would you prefer scrapping of penalties but having golden goal?
No, golden goal was awful.
Was it?
It
Why?
wasn't bad, man.
It was awful.
Hey,
there's a reason
back
why
in his
there's a
day-
reason why it lived for 2 years.
Funny you say that.
Yeah, go
Funny
on.
you say that.
Go on,
It was
tell
awful.
me
Golden
about
goal has one of the greatest moments for me in my football loving.
it. Okay, what
time.
happened?
Oh yeah, of course.
Ilhan
yeah.
Mansur's
The
Turkey,
World Cup.
Senegal, extra time or golden goal.
That's right. That's
Gets
right.
the goal.
See why he likes it.
Ah,
There's a
what a
sentimental-
time, man.
But I bet that must have been euphoria. Also, at least you've actually earned it. Penalties, it doesn't feel like
Don't say
real...
It, don't say it, James.
No, I'm not going to say it's a
Don't say it.
lottery.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to say that. But it doesn't really feel like a test of like...
It's the ultimate test.
Is it?
Ball, goal, keeper. You've been playing for 120 minutes. You're tired. You might be injured, cramping up. Can your technique and your mentality match up to get the job done?
If I take my
It's
how
actually
I
quite
feel
a
on
good
FIFA,
explanation.
because throughout my life on FIFA, it's not golden goal, it's extra time.
What do you mean?
If I'm drawing with a friend,
Yeah.
we're not playing golden goal, we're doing extra time.
Why?
Because you know, in this golden goal, 2 minutes in, he gets a chance, scores. It's like, what?
Done.
Like 28 minutes, I should have to get back in this game. What's golden about this goal? I don't feel very. It's not golden for me.
My memories of golden goal were just because everyone was so tired. The quality of football was just awful. No one could drive with the ball anymore. Everyone had everyone had cramp, and it was just like, oh, just end this already. It wasn't a good spectacle. Do you know what I mean? That was the reason why I scrapped it. Just get it over and done with. Get the pens. More drama, and there's a conclusion.
Oh, sorry, Abdullah. You said it still hurts him till today. He's Senegalese, obviously. I'm telling you about. Oh yeah, Senegal done their thing in the other one though. Was that the same tournament when they beat France in the opening?
That was 2002, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. The
Was it?
2002
Yeah.
was when Turkey knocked them out.
Yeah.
Was that the same year? Senegal beat France, innit? With El Hadji Diouf and
Yeah, I think it was.
and what was the defender that that Liverpool
um,
bought? It wasn't a song from
he was
there.
The manager what's his name? Song Rigobert Song.
Was it Rigobert Song from
Yeah, it was Song.
Was it?
Because he was the
Yeah.
manager recently of is it Cameroon
Yeah, he was a manager.
or Ivory
of it.
Coast, one of the big African nations.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We need the OG football.
That
show,
team was
man.
cold. That team was cold.
Super chat from this
Team
guy
was
says, #CityPool, the state of it. Yeah, so apparently City fans really want Liverpool to win the title now.
City Paul, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Salif Jow.
Yeah, baller.
Salif Jow, Papa Bouba Diop.
Baller, yeah.
Okay.
I do agree with this from Enchanted Edition. The comment says, extra time is more boring. Teams just defend. And I kind of agree. Like, extra time has become just like a... It's almost like they're playing golden goal, but not really. Because you're... Like, they're so worried about conceding the other way. I know what you mean. If you kind of concede 1 minute into golden goal, you're like, what? Like, what? I've got no time to fix this. But then that's literally the point.
Yeah, I get that.
I think golden goal could be... I don't know.
Scrap
My-
extra
my
time,
mem- my
bring back
memories
the
of it is-
American penalties, man.
American, oh, wow.
What's American penalties?
Halfway line.
Yeah.
Run with the ball and hey, bring that back. You ain't seen the old school American penalties?
No.
Bro, how much time we got before the lineup comes out? Bro,
Yeah,
from
6 minutes.
halfway line, the player takes the ball
Such
towards
an
goal.
American thing to do
The
as
keeper
well.
can come out outside the box if he wants to and
Shocking.
close it down or stay in.
Shocking.
We was there just last year. They were doing skills challenges and
We did that at school.
Like that.
We actually did that at school. That shouldn't be in the professional game.
American penalties.
America, look,
Oh,
look,
oh.
that one there straight away. Some people saying elite in the chat. Some people saying it's like ice hockey.
Yeah.
Look, take it from the halfway line. Look.
This is brilliant.
Look, that's a 1-on-1. It's not a penalty. It's a 1-on-1. That it really.
Yeah, that's great.
I
What's
just-
wrong?
I just think
What's
it's-
wrong with this?
I think it's too easy for the attacker. It's easy.
It's as easy as a penalty though. If not, no, it's probably a bit because once you get to defenders in this thing, yeah,
True.
it becomes a bit
true.
techie.
You don't want Sol Campbell doing that, do you?
Yeah, right, I don't think you want many defenders doing that. I'll be honest.
It's true.
I think they should put a defender out there.
Nah, that's another game. That's another game completely.
This is actually a joke.
Oh, they had 5 seconds to score, says Carlos. So they did have to
Oh, I
get,
didn't know
the
that.
shot off quickly as
Oh, I
well.
didn't know that.
That's
So
actually.
if the keeper comes out, you could try and lob him. If he stays in the goal, you got to be quick and
How
close.
far can the
was
keeper
that halfway
come?
line though? That didn't halfway.
I was gonna say, how far can the keeper come? He's doing his like. Honestly, Neto would be good at this after what I saw him trying to save from. Like,
But they can't save it with their hands outside the box. So if they're going outside the box, they just look. You see how they're trying to tackle?
this is brilliant. Sorry, I wish we could show you all. Just type in. I typed in football American penalties soccer. Type that into YouTube. Yeah, I like this.
Bring back the beautiful game, man.
Nah,
MLS
this would be so funny. Imagine.
Actually,
Imagine.
I'll change my mind.
I don't know. David Raya has to step up and take one, bearing down on goal. This is great. Okay, well there we go.
He might be all right. He was one of the better footballing goalkeepers.
That's
so he
true.
actually might be
Yeah,
okay.
might
It's
be
just,
all right.
it's your Tim Flowers and them man there that are going to struggle.
The title is Throwback to How Major League Soccer MLS Took Penalties in the 90s. Fair enough. Loads more super chats. Let's go. The 11 will be confirmed very, very soon. Imagine says, stop calling him the flirter. The disrespect is foul.
The more people tell me to stop calling him the flirter, the more I'm going to call him the flirter. So
not
stop
that
telling me to stop.
disrespectful.
People meet Jordan.
Carl says, would you try Calafiori at 9 given lack of depth? I think we're away from a while from that. But
Nah,
Yeah, you say that.
Did he put a LOL at the end of that? No way he said that. Without
he
smiling.
didn't. No. Idris says, Turkish, you'd take that Bendtner today over Kai Havertz. Would you?
Ooh, good
Would you
question.
take Bendtner over Kai Havertz?
No.
Good.
Bendtner was
See,
worse.
I've got a theory on Bendtner, right?
Bro, how did you not get a shot off against?
was bad.
Bro, you're a striker. You're a nah. And this guy, he.
It's
Remember when he
disrespectful
said,
to
"I'm
them
gonna be
together.
up there with Messi and Ronaldo"?
The thing is, that's my theory on Bendtner. Bentner's biggest problem was that he thought he was better than he actually was.
100%.
But he actually wasn't a bad striker. If he'd have just humbled himself, he could have been a decent Premier League striker. He could have had a Giroud type
Yeah, he's
career.
better than Eddie.
He's better than Eddie, yeah.
he's
he
not-
could have had a Giroud type career in the Premier League. Not a worldie, not a legend, but Giroud got some goals in the Prem. Like people knew about
But Giroud was better, yeah.
I think Giroud was better, but he could have had that kind of career. His problem was he thought he should have been Van Persie. He thought he should have
From
been.
18, he was talking smart.
Yeah, it's like, bro, if you just humbled
18,
yourself,
bro.
you would have had a decent career, but you thought you were.
His biggest
them
moment
man.
is the Paddy Power boxes.
Oh, jeez.
We've got 2 replies that both start with the word nah. So, Asso8 says, nah, Bendtner is the GOAT.
No, he was.
And,
SHIT.
and yeah, where is it? I've lost it now.
Where did that Lord Bendtner stuff come from, though? Because I remember.
I
that
think
stuff.
he gave it to himself.
I swear.
That's
Oh.
I think he gave it to himself. That's my problem.
Boston said, nah, Jordan, he was shy.
No, he was good. He was good. He just thought he was better than he was.
Eduardo was ice cold, I agree with
Oh, I
that.
loved him.
But 1 minute from the 11. Michael says, I thought the flirter was Lee Judges.
At least catching it straight.
Charlie says, big up everyone at
Hello, man.
big up everyone me at AFTV. Big up you as
Pick
well.
up yourself, yeah.
Always watch Forever Arsenal podcast. The best of the best on here. Thank you. Let's do this tonight and let Waneri shine. Come on, you Gunners. STV says, league calling after Forever Arsenal, if not -3 points. We've had to already mix up the timetable so he can make it back from Newcastle. C says, Jordan finally going to watch the full game. Big up all. Prithviraj says, only Rice or Partey today. Start Ethan and Erdegaard.
Maybe I won't. If we're 2 down at half time, I'm going home.
No, that's fair enough. I might too. Turkish host. Michael says Bendtner is the OG Haaland. Oh my word. Okay.
Version 0.01, mate. We're talking machines, yeah.
Scandinavian.
That one
man.
It's because he believed in himself so much he could score the odd really good
Worldie.
goal.
He scored some worldies, man.
Yeah. Didn't he open the scoring for us when we couldn't beat Ipswich? And fun enough, a
Unchanged.
Carling Cup semi-final. We are unchanged. Thank you. Do you want to host?
No, not really. But he was waffling on, so I thought I'd let you know.
I think that's the right decision.
So yeah, we're unchanged.
That's how you drop a lineup.
There we go.
That's how you.
Thanks for watching, people. Ryan goal. Timber Saliba, Gabriel Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Erdegaard with Martinelli on the right, Trossard on the left, Havertz up front. Let's go through the Newcastle 11 and get their 11. Dubravka in goal. And we heard that it was likely to be a back five. So it looks like it's going to be Trippier, Botman, Cher, Byrne, and Hall. Yeah. So it looks like, so Trippier right wing back, Hall left wing back, with Botman, Cher, and Byrne at centre back. Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali, the two central midfielders, with Gordon, Isak, and Murphy potentially the front three. So lots of pace and quality in that front three. What I just want to check about Newcastle, we should know that they'd been conceding some goals recently. They conceded 1 at Southampton, they conceded 4 at home to Bournemouth, and they conceded 2 at home to Fulham. Just having a little look, Fulham actually went and had more shots on goal. They had more of the ball, 53% of it, and 15 shots on Newcastle's goal in the absence of... so Joe Linton started that game, and he came off, and it looks like it probably was either Joe Willock or Maida that went on for him. So interesting. Is this Eddie Howe recognising that, they've conceded 6 goals in their last 2 games at St James's Park, and not just that, chances, possession, shots, all that. I watched Bournemouth at Newcastle. Listen, Bournemouth were well worthy of that 4-1. They peppered their goal at times. So maybe he's just trying to prepare for that. And maybe that's smart. Maybe that's inviting pressure. Who knows? Thoughts on the 2 11s, Turkish?
I think Newcastle have set up in a way where when you look at our 3 attackers and Man City result aside, we have had problems with the attack, especially since Saka's gone. So that's why I'm looking at the fullbacks and Trippier coming in now. Trippier's barely played this calendar year. He's played like 1-2 games at most. But he comes in with an attacking threat. You add that to Lewis Hall the other side, and then Trippier set pieces on top of that. They've also got height, good headers of the ball.
Lots of pace and power on the counter.
I think that's a very, very strong team. I think I don't think they're going to set up shop to completely, low block it, if I'm honest. But we'll see. We'll find out. With us, like I said, it probably makes sense to go with the same lineup. But Jordan said to ensure we don't concede, that could just all go up in smoke if we concede. So yeah,
you're right. With our wingers high and wide, it could just be really sensible tactics. Get your wing backs to go press onto them. You still got your 3 centre backs intact. Maybe it's quite smart. What's your thoughts on it, Jordan?
I'm content with our 11. I think it's the best 11 I think you can put out, bar maybe putting in Ranieri. But like I said, I think that you need a little bit of star power off the bench if we get to the latter part, need a goal. Defensively, I'm content. I think in terms of their team, I agree with Turkish. I think what they've done is they've recognised that they've conceded some goals in the last few games at home. They've got a 2-goal lead, so that looks to me like a break us down. Break us down.
Botman, Shah, and
Byrne in the middle.
Someone said it could be Byrne left back with Hall in midfield, but I don't think it is.
That looks to me like we know you had issues breaking teams down, playing low blocks. Come and break us down. Do you know what I mean? With a threat with Hall and Trippier to support the attackers. So
Menil asks on a super chat, completely away from this game, but thoughts on Adebayor as an Arsenal player?
Very good player. Is he Mug?
Yeah.
Well, he's both. He was a very good player, but he's
I'll agree with that.
He was for 2 or 3 years. He was. I remember being almost unplayable. He's bigger than you think as well. His frame was huge. He's got a really good strike of the ball.
That
he was
season
quicker.
after Henry left. Do you remember?
Yeah.
About 30 goals he scored.
Yeah.
in
It was
one season.
ridiculous.
Probably our third best striker of the Emirates era.
Behind Van Persie and Henry.
I don't class on the Emirates era though.
Fair enough.
He played 1 year behind Van Persie and Aubameyang. Yeah.
Oh no, I'd probably put him above Aubameyang. I think his contribution was more. He's
All-round player, Adebayor, I'll give it to you.
I think so.
Well, I'd love to know how the numbers compare. I'd love to have a look.
Overall,
Throw Giroud in there as well, you know. Respect Giroud, you know. Giroud, no.
not like them, man.
Listen, I respect Giroud a lot more now than I did the day he left Arsenal, for sure. However, I'm not sure he makes my top 3-4 strikers at Arsenal.
When the Emirates era.
Of the Emirates era, he's in my 3.
3. We've just said Van Persie.
Van Persie, Adebayor, Giroud.
Aubameyang.
I didn't really warm to Aubameyang. No.
Yeah, but you don't need to warm to him. The guy bagged 20 goals, golden boot. Like, he's definitely ahead of Giroud, bro.
Maybe it's a personal bias against him. I think
Lacazette was above Giroud for me personally. The problem is it ended so like, but did it end particularly well for Giroud? Giroud had like a
we ran him out.
Giroud had a known like USP. You knew he bullied defenders. He was good in the air.
But he could play as well. People forget a lot.
Of course, he
wasn't just a big guy that was getting the box and
man.
score.
He could play, but Lacazette at his best. So Lacazette's first 2 seasons, I thought, especially that Emery campaign, I thought he was class.
I like Lacazette as well. I was a fan of Lacazette. I probably would just slightly lean towards.
Even that one Sanchez year was better than
I
all
agree.
of Giroud's.
Yeah, I agree. That 1 year that Sanchez led the line up front.
I didn't really have him as a striker.
He got 20 goals that year, I think.
I think
he got 13 all comps.
Yeah, but I mean league.
In league, I think he got 20.
He must have.
Yeah. 20?
Yeah, he was unbelievable that season. Well, he started to fall off, and then City wanted him, but he won the FA Cup. Anyway, we can waffle. There we go. Good on us. Sam says Jordan's got a bit of a niche here. Highlights watch along.
Just dipping in and out every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Watch along.
I have to agree with this. Barracks says Martinelli against the low block is not it, in my opinion. And I hate to say it, but
that is a good point. That is a good point.
Dan says MLS wasn't mocking Haaland's celebration. Nobody ever saw his celebration before, and are awfully similar. Lol. Oh yeah, maybe it was always his. Lewis Skelly was doing it at the age of 10. Yeah, maybe.
Fuck that Tony
He
Scholes guy
was
anyway,
mocking
man.
him.
What kind of fucking statement is that to come out with?
What?
Who?
What's his name? Tony Scholes?
Who?
Or the FA in general? When they've come out to talk about. Do you want me to read it before we wrap it up? I told you already.
Oh, the whole investigating into.
There's a thin line and there's a balance between this and mockery and.
They're talking
We'll have
shit.
to look into it. Like, are you crazy?
Someone in the comments.
No,
The Premier League statement,
okay.
the Tony Scholes, Chief Football Officer, man. He said there's a balance. I think we all like celebrations. Some of the celebrations have been very funny, entertaining, but there's a line. Once it crosses over into mockery or criticism, then we would need to deal with it. How can a celebration be criticism? Are you all right? Are people all right?
No, they've all lost their heads.
And then Gary's talking about. I've seen the quotes come back up again. The Haaland ball into the back of Gabriel's head. I thought it was funny, but Gabriel shouting at Haaland, you felt uneasy. What a wally!
Yeah.
What a dickhead!
No, I've got to be honest. I did a video on the Gooniverse today, but I think a lot of mainstream media's absolutely lost the plot with all this stuff.
And Gary, he came on AFTV because he had called an Arsenal fan, an idiot for holding up a Wenger out. So he's had these moments. You're the idiot today.
There we go. Now it says we need to do more shots. We need to have more shots to break down Newcastle defence like we did against Man City. Also got to try and score early again. Colin says, calling it now. Whoever scores first tonight moves on to the final. First goal tonight is going to be key. If Arsenal get it early, I fancy us to do it.
What about Shamak?
Oh. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We really appreciate it.
He's worse than Cecil.
Who, me or Shamak?
Both. There's a bit of praise in there for him as well.
We could go through a real list. Maybe we'll bring this back up in the watch along. Look, thank you for all your super chats. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for tuning in. That is the Arsenal 11. A reminder that it is Unchanged. You said it perfectly before.
Yeah, no, but
now
I
you don't
didn't.
want to do my job.
I wasn't listening to you for a couple of seconds.
That's
there.
really good of him, man. Proper co-host. Carlos Vela had potential, yes.
Oh, I loved him.
Now Sonogo.
I had a take on him.
Baptista. Let's not do this.
Okay.
Podolski. Look, we're going to do. We'll do this on watch along. We'll bring this back.
Watch along.
We'll bring this back on the watch along. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Newcastle will revert to back five as Arsenal are unchanged. We'll be back 15 minutes before kickoff. It's semi-final night, but Arsenal know the task. They're 2-0 down. Can they do what some think is the unthinkable at St James's Park? We'll find out in about 50 minutes. Catch you in a bit.